Coming up tonight on News Center Now, are drivers still speeding in some of Maine's most congested areas? We'll take a look.
Plus, how families can help one of their own if faced with a mental illness.
All week we've been hearing from criminals about how they target us and what we should be doing to protect ourselves.
Tonight we wrap up our series by hearing how much drugs played a role in the decisions they made. This is News Center Now.
And good evening, everybody. I'm Lee Nelson.
And I'm Cindy Williams, in for Lindsay Mills today. Does Maine have a speeding problem? In the state's largest city, people working in the transportation office say yes. And it is concerning to families who live in some of the state's most highly traveled areas.
Chris Costa shows us tonight what Portland and other cities across the state are doing about it. Chris?
Yeah, Lee and Cindy, these active feedback signs tell drivers when they are going near or over the speed limit. And more cities are adding signs like these in congested areas to try to get drivers to slow down. They're even going so far as to record drivers' speeds.
Jack Coulter loves exploring the playground and everything around it.
We're not going to go in the parking lot. I know that's your favorite place to play.
His mom, Maria, needs to keep a constant eye on her little guy.
Can we not go in the parking lot?
Especially near this busy road in Yarmouth.
I usually see people going 40 to 45 down this road. And I mean, yeah, I think as a parent it would make me nervous, especially as he gets a little bit older and I'm not right there to keep an eye on him.
In Portland, the city installed 2 of these active feedback monitors, one on High Street a year ago and one on State Street 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, like your mom tapping you on the shoulder going, hey man, you're speeding, can you slow down a little bit? And you're like, okay mom, you're right.
Cities across the state, like Wiscasset, are adding these signs thanks to a discount because the Maine Department of Transportation buys them in bulk. City staff in Portland say these signs record drivers' speeds, and those stats show the signs have helped.
We've measured the speeds before and after at several of the locations, case in point, State Street and High Street, and the speeds have gone down. I would say slightly, but they have gone down. So the more of that feedback that can happen, the better off we are.
Especially with so many people walking in these areas.
Certainly if someone strikes a pedestrian at over 40 miles an hour, it's very likely to be fatal. So those are the things we're concerned about.
Whether you're downtown or driving back roads, a little safety pays.
It only takes 2 seconds to get in a car accident, and you just don't know the outcome.
So the good news about these signs is that they're pretty portable. The city of Portland says that they can move these to different areas to study speeds on different parts of the city in different roads. And again, Lee and Cindy, these signs aren't new, but the fact that cities across the state are buying more of them is.
Yeah, I've been seeing them all over the place.
I have too, and it does affect your speed.
It definitely affects your speed.
Yeah.
Usually makes you slow down, which is the point.
Like mom.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
All right, you know, I mean, it wasn't a great day, but comparatively speaking, it was a great day out there
The
today.
sun was out. It makes a huge difference, doesn't it, Jess Conley?
Hi, guys. Yeah, it does feel much better, right, when it's sunny out, and that certainly was the case today. We're starting to see more clouds, though, move back into the area. Tomorrow's going to be kind of another not so great day, but after that, just in time for the weekend, things are looking pretty good. It looks like we could see some sunshine both Saturday and Sunday, so that'll be pretty nice. Can't make this graphic go, though. Not sure why. There we go. All right, couple showers still across northern Maine, mostly cloudy skies. Otherwise, we will still see some showers around for much of the day tomorrow. But I promise after that, it's going to get better and it's going to be pretty nice, and the timing's not too bad either. Good for the weekend. Right now, temperatures are in the upper 50s and lower 60s for most of us. 60 right now in Augusta, 59 in Portland. Bangor's at 58. A little bit cooler across northern Maine, upper 40s there. 49 in Caribou right now and 48 in Holton. But things will be improving, guys, as we head into the weekend. Again, tomorrow, still some clouds around, still some showers moving in, especially once we get into tomorrow afternoon. I can't wait to talk about the weekend, though. Finally have some good news to bring you. We'll talk about it coming up in a bit, guys.
All righty, Jess, thanks. We'll talk about that in a bit. On to the news. President Trump unveiled his immigration plan today. He says he wants to recruit the, quote, most brilliant people to live in the United States through a system that rewards talent and brains. Trump is seeking to put a softer facade on the signature issue from his first campaign as he eyes a 2020 re-election. He suggests the plan could get passed after the 2020 election if necessary because the House could flip back to the GOP.
Missouri has just passed a wide-ranging bill to ban abortions at 8 weeks of pregnancy. This comes just hours after the governor of Alabama signed a near total abortion ban into law. The Missouri bill needs one more vote in the House before it goes to Governor Mike Parson, a Republican who supports it. This bill does include exceptions for medical emergencies, but it does not include exceptions for pregnancies caused by rape or incest. Doctors would face 5 to 15 years in prison for violating the new ban if it does indeed become law. Last week, we brought you a story about a new documentary called Brothers. It was created by a young man from Maine looking to honor the life of his little brother while also breaking the stigma surrounding mental illness.
Yeah, in light of the film's premiere this week, Sam York wanted to continue this conversation about mental illness and how families can process being faced with an unexpected diagnosis. Sam, good evening.
Hey, good evening, guys. Yeah, I'm joined here with Tanya Bailey Curry. She's with NAMI, which is the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Thank you so much for coming in
Thank you for having
today. But before we start chatting, I just want to play a quick clip from the story last week just to give you a little more context to what we're talking about today.
Early 20s, specifically. Started doing a lot of very risky behaviors. The unpredictable started to become a little more predictable. We didn't know some of the stuff that was going on in his own mind, you know. It's almost like his brain was attacking who he was.
Now, if you see the documentary, you will find later on that JT was later diagnosed with schizophrenia. But going back as a parent, you know, you have a child who's in their early 20s, you're hearing about, or I should say, seeing this risky behavior. What does that mean? What is this risky behavior and you know, how could it impact families?
You know, it's really frightening for families because what you see your loved one doing is, you know, engaging in some risky behaviors like excessive driving, excessive speed when driving could be one of them that is uncharacteristic of them, but they do so without thought of consequence or that the fact that they could be harmed. It's frightening for the family.
Yeah. So what are some other warning signs that people might see? You know, and I know we talked earlier that it's going to be different for every family.
Absolutely. Some of the warning signs that are classic are, you know, social isolation, withdrawing from family and friends that they would normally engage with, lack of personal hygiene. You know, if the person really was kind of put together before and then all of a sudden there's this really stark change. You know, risky behavior, we talked about that a little bit. Substance use can be a warning sign as well. And then again, not engaging and really being a productive member in their own life, you know, kind of stepping back and being a passenger in their own life.
Right. So for you, dealing with families who are dealing with, you know, things on their own, you know, what are they feeling and what are some of the things that they can do to keep living life as they know it?
Yeah, you know, that's a great question. They're fearful because they are the caretaker of, which means they are used to having most or all of the answers that can help aid their loved one through this life, the thing that we call life. And what happens, they're thrust into this world where it's very difficult to navigate. The mental health system is very complex, so they don't have all the answers. So the ideal thing is to connect them with other families that can relate to what they're going through, and also to maybe take a family-to-family class. You know, we have a 12-week class that really teaches families how to understand the ripple effect that mental illness has on their family members and how different family members could be at different stages in their learning curve of understanding on mental illness and how best to support their loved one.
Absolutely. Great. Thank you so much for the info and for coming in. We'll have some more information for you guys on our website and mobile app coming up in a little bit.
All right.
Lee and Cindy, back to you.
All right. Sam, thank you so much. Up next, a New England state is using self-driving cars as part of public transportation.
Yeah, not Maine, not yet. Also, today we're going to wrap up our Think Twice series by talking to the people involved in committing crimes. Besides being in jail, there's another thing that this group has in common.
Walmart is taking a page from Amazon's playbook and ramping up its delivery service with a new option.
Yeah, they're rolling out free next-day delivery on orders of $35 or more. And Walmart says there's no membership fee required. Eligible items might vary. It kind of depends on where you live, with shipping from the closest fulfillment center, as they call them. Walmart says free next-day shipping will be available in 75% of the country by the end of this year. Also, Walmart says it's on track to offer grocery pickup and same-day grocery delivery in the near future as well.
It's going to be a real battle between those two. Public transportation in Providence, Rhode Island now has a new option for people to get around town. This is called the Little Roadie. It's an autonomous car shuttle service that was rolled out by the Rhode Island Department of Transportation, part of a year-long pilot program. This new shuttle service can seat up to 6 passengers, but that includes the vehicle attendant who rides along. The electric vehicles use a rechargeable battery, and out of the 12 of them in this fleet, 6 can be on the road at one time. On this first day of the program, an officer pulled over one of the vehicles due to its odd look, but once he figured out what it was, he went about his business. No tickets issued.
You're gonna have to get
Pretty
used
weird.
to those.
I know,
Yeah,
it's
you're gonna have to get
weird.
used to those.
It's like something out of the movies.
We'll see when they come to Maine. Hopefully soon. Might be kind of cool. Coming up, we're going to learn about a workout that apparently will want you to learn to play an instrument when you're done sweating. We'll see what this is all about.
What? And up next, just return to there for a full look at the forecast. Stay with us.
All this week, we've been sharing safety tips straight from the source being convicted inmates caught pulling off some of the most common crimes.
We spoke with 8 women serving time at 3 different prisons, and they all have something in common besides a rap sheet.
I would just take their money. They trusted me 100% with all that. The crime was really just a crime of opportunity. Pay attention to, the checks coming and going.
Lock your car doors at all times.
People don't understand they need help for drugs.
Crack and heroin.
I'm a heroin addict. This is my 3rd time being incarcerated, I guess. And I'll do good for a while and then relapse, and I lose control when I get strung out.
Just stay off drugs mainly. Because they take you down a path. I've lost my kids, my home, my family, my life over drugs.
I don't normally steal, but if that helped me to get my next fix, then I did it. And that was probably one of the worst things I've ever done.
Like, it's ruined my life. It's ruined my children's life.
You're in here with criminals who all they think about day in and day out is, a lot of them still think about getting high. You think, well, just one more time getting high. And then you think, no, that's what got me to begin with, was that one more time.
It wasn't even worth it. I got a total of 10 years on this charge. I just wanted my victim, to know that I'm sorry, and I want my children to know that I'm sorry and that I love them.
Now, it is no secret that Maine is really feeling the effects of the opioid epidemic. Earlier this year, Maine's Chief Justice talked about how the state is coping with drug crime in her annual address.
Yeah, Chief Justice Softly says the drug courts are part of the solution. Those courts can help people get into addiction and mental health treatment. Let's hope it does help. All right, let's talk about the weather. Jess is here, and I'm looking out the window right now, and it's kind of back to the way it was.
Yeah, I know. We had, some sun kind of off and on today, but back to the gray stuff. But eventually, it's going to improve, at least a little bit as we go into the weekend. The timing for the improvement is pretty good, too. All right, these are our high temperatures so far today. Not too bad, right around normal for this time of year. We made it to 59 in Bangor. 59 the high today in Portland as well, 61 in both Augusta and Lewiston. Usually we're in the mid 60s, so we're close, about 5 degrees below normal. The month of May in both Portland and Bangor has been a little over 2 degrees below normal so far. Probably no surprise there. Right now, still 59 in Portland, 60 right now in Augusta, and Bangor is at 58. So the temperatures, they're okay. We're going to see a warm up though, it looks like, as we head into the beginning of next week. Some clouds around now, a few showers out there too. You can really see the low pressure system just spinning, and it's spinning very slowly. Clouds taking their time making their way out of here. And actually tomorrow it looks like it'll be mainly cloudy throughout most of the day too, with another chance of showers moving in tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon. You can see them here. For tomorrow night, still some scattered showers around, but the timing on us finally clearing out looks good. As we head into the day on Saturday, you can see skies starting to clear out. It starts to dry up a little bit, and the temperatures are warming up too. This is 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday. Upper 50s, low to mid 60s. Some of us are seeing some sun too. Nice timing there for the first half of the weekend. Not too bad Saturday night either. Should be a pretty nice evening. As we go into the day on Sunday though, look what happens. Those clouds build back in as a warm front moves through the area. It's going to warm us up quite a bit as we get into the day on Monday too, it looks like. However, it brings with it some showers for Sunday afternoon. You can see them mainly across northern Maine. So watch out for the showers on Sunday afternoon. At least we'll get Saturday though and Sunday morning still with some sunshine. It looks like some more showers around for the day on Monday. By Tuesday, though, we'll start to clear out, and then Wednesday looks like we'll finally see another round of sunshine. But guess what? With that warm front comes much warmer air. Look at Monday. I think many of us, especially in southern and central Maine, are going to be able to warm up into the mid to upper 70s. Yay! It's looking good right now. I love it. I know. I'm ready to. Tuesday and Wednesday we'll be back to around 70 degrees. But still not too bad. Here's your marine forecast for tomorrow. Seas 1 to 2 feet. Winds from the south-southeast at 10 to 15 knots. All right, here's your extended forecast here. Still those showers around for tomorrow. Hey, at least it's sunny though for the first half of the weekend. Saturday looks pretty good. We'll clear out temperatures in the low 60s. Still not too bad on Sunday morning. It's those showers that come back Sunday night into Monday. But with that warm front coming through, even though we are going to get the showers, we'll also get those 70s. Which are going to be pretty sweet. I love it. You guys love it? It's nice.
Your voice sounded like mine there. That's weird, but whatever.
He cannot control himself. He's so excited.
I know. It's going to be nice.
70 is kind of the landmark right about now.
I know.
Yeah,
like, that's kind of what we expected. We haven't seen much of it.
Yeah, I know. So I think
so
we're all
bad.
ready.
Yeah, more than ready.
Yeah.
Jess, thank you
Thank you so much.
Hey, listen to this. The way the SAT is scored might be changing a lot. In fact, the Wall Street Journal is reporting today that the College Board is adding an adversity score to the SAT, which will only be visible to the college people reviewing the applications. The score is meant to capture the social and economic background of the test taker. The 3 big categories that get graded are the neighborhood you're from, your family, and your high school environment.
Interesting.
Also this coming up. Sometimes for a bird, the regular old nest just isn't good enough.
Yeah, you got to check out this picture. It's a black and white warbler in Lyman who mistook this hairdo for a home. Looks like it landed nestled right in. That is hilarious. We want to thank Diane Miller for this picture. That's awesome.
I hope it didn't poop while it was in there. Am I the only one who was thinking that?
No, I did not think that.
Okay. And now to an unlikely friendship. It started this week when a rescue dog and a deer started playing a game of tag in a backyard in Florida.
The owner of the dog, Ethan Cole, watched it as his dog ran back and forth along the fence with a deer on the other side. He says he was surprised to see them playing together. Watching a few moments before pulling out his phone to tape the encounter, the animals played tag for about 2 minutes before they finally stopped. They were running at full speed, he says, the entire time. That is adorable.
It's awesome.
Love it.
Hopefully the deer comes back and they get to play some more. That's really cool. Super cool.
We got a lot more news coming up for you in the next half hour. And this is a tough story to talk about. There was a horrific murder some time ago. A woman who had begged for protection was murdered by the person she was asking for protection from. But this may lead to changes in Maine around the rules about protection orders. So we've got details on that.
Also, one old business park is trying something new to attract business. It's creating a dog-friendly business park where employees can bring their dogs to work with them. Those stories and more ahead. Maybe you can bring your deer.
Yeah, the deer will show up too.
We're right back. Finally, for this half hour, every now and then we like to check in on the latest craze in fitness, though we're not quite sure if this actually qualifies as a craze.
It's very unusual. This is called the Pound workout, and there are a few Pound classes here in Maine. So this workout combines the intensity of a regular workout class with tools to play an instrument.
You could say that Candy Zavala enjoys teaching. And in her classroom, you don't necessarily have to have an ear for music.
I love y'all, that's all I'm gonna say.
You just need a pair of drumsticks, and you need to be ready to release your inner rock star.
Hooting and hollering is accepted and encouraged.
Zavala leads a group of everyday superstars.
We're called Rebels.
And this new hard-hitting fitness craze.
That's called Pound. When I say pound, that means that's what we're going to be doing.
And a lot of it.
Well, I tell him it's like pretend you're a drummer and just pretend that you're in this big rock band.
Retired teacher Josie Mendoza has been pounding it out for a few months.
I was looking for something different because you get tired, you reach a plateau and you get tired of doing Zumba.
She says Pound is a full body workout fit for all ages.
This was a challenge for me. At my age, I need a challenge.
The class at Global Fitness on the city's east side is a 30-minute calorie-burning jam session, a mixture of music, movement, and making noise, combining cardio and Pilates.
We start here and work our way to the rest of the body, really. I think when you're feeling it, just let it out.
And let it out is exactly what they came here to do.
Once you start going, there's a lot of motivation, a lot of positive energy, and that kind of pushes you to your limit.
Compared to the weights you're used to seeing at your local gym, these specialized drumsticks are only half a pound each, but after 30 minutes, it's quite a workout.
Even if you don't hit the floor, the movement, you're working your core. If you're going down low, you're working your lower body, and you just feel powerful.
Hitting those air drums is not only a way to work up a sweat, it's also a way to say goodbye to a stressful day.
Just release your frustration, and you're beating the floor, and then all of a sudden, everybody's doing it together, and that even hypes you even more.
And for these wannabe rock stars, they keep coming back to bang those drumsticks and pound it out.
I'm a grandma, and if I can get this much energy with Pound, anybody can do it. The younger kids can come on down. I challenge them.
With photojournalist Alan Kozlu, Vanessa Croy, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.